days I hid it because people laughed so much that I didn't want to discuss it. But now I live by what I saw. I can't change what I saw. March of 93. At that stage, it probably would have only been maybe 20 years I'd been in Exmouth.
Okay, well, just take me through what happened, when it happened, what you saw and what you felt.
One of the girls I used to hang out with on the base, she had a night off. So she said to me, how about I come in and stay at your house rather than at the barracks? Let's get some videos out, sit and have a movie night. So we got in our pajamas, we were watching movies at home, and we got a phone call from one of the guys that we were friends with out on the base. And he said, oh, look, I'm knocking off early. Come and pick me up. And both of us were like, we're in our pajamas, but we didn't want to go. We were reluctant. He rang us about probably 1:30 in the morning, and he was just knocking off. So he said, come on, Sue. We both agreed, let's get in the car in our pajamas and head out and pick, Larry up. And so we headed out. And I had an old Kingswood. We had the windows down. It was a hot summer's night. We were driving out. And in the distance, I had spotlights on the rhubarb on that Kingswood. And I had the spotlights on. Way off in the distance, I picked this thing up. I'm looking, not really saying anything. We're listening to music and laugh. And Farah stopped, my friend, and she stops and says to me, what is that? I said, I don't know. I think a big kangaroo. We sort of both were silent at that stage. And in my head, I'm thinking that's no kangaroo. Straight away, I knew it wasn't a kangaroo, what I was seeing. And as we're coming up closer and closer, we're getting closer, I'm gearing down. And she's starting to say to me, that's not a kangaroo. She's going, what the is it? What is that? And I'm going to, I don't know. So we're getting up closer, and this day just smack in the middle of the road. I'm gearing down. We're coming right up on top of it, and I stopped. It was so big that it was hard. I didn't want to go past it in case it did something. And so I geared it down and stopped, probably about 50, 60 foot off of it that I stopped. Both of us by this stage she was screaming, I just said to her, wind up the windows and lock the doors now! So we both leaned over the back and wound up the windows, locked all the doors. I sort of went into a silence, just trying to get my head around what we were looking at. And where she was just hysterical, and she sort of thumping me and whacking me, saying, run it over, hit it. And in my head, I'm going to stop it. No, I'm not going to run it over. And she's screaming at me to run it over. It's still standing smack in the middle of the road and sort of was turned looking at us. And the distinct thing was its eyes. Its eyes glowed deep yellow to a slight amber colour. So she's screaming at me to run it over and pushing me, do something. I'm just sitting there. I think I was more just in shock, trying to drink in what I was seeing. It just stood there with this, looking at us sideways, where it was walking from the left-hand side of the road to the right-hand side of the road, but it was back in the middle. It was just standing there looking at us. We're carrying on like idiots in this car, looking at it. And then it turned to face us, and that's when Farah totally lost it. So at this stage, it's looking straight on at us. We're looking straight on at it. I can honestly say that I don't think I've ever felt such terror. Because in that moment, you think, how fast can it move? And I grew up on a station, so you're looking at animals. There's not many animals I haven't shot in my life, And so in that moment, I'm looking, thinking, what is this thing capable of? How fast can it move? Then she I'm pushing her off of me because we've got the big bench seat in the Kingswood. I'm pushing her off of me, going, shut up, Farah, shut up. It sort of turned around back towards the left, slowly started walking off, then it would turn around, look at us. It looked like, I can laugh about it now, but I didn't then, but it looked like it was saying to us, you dumb idiots. That's what it looked like it was saying. Its face looked like pissed off, like, you disturbed me, I was busy going to do something. It just had this look of, anger, pissed off. And it would walk and then look at us like, are you going to go? And then walk and then look at us again. And then it finally got on the side of the road enough that she's screaming at me, go, go, go. And I'm looking at it as I took off in the rear vision mirror, and I just saw it disappearing into the bush. We got out to the base to pick up our friend. We were both just hysterical, which he would never forget it. I didn't want to drive back in. Farah crying, but I guess you run through a whole heap of emotions in that moment. Terror, It was a fear like I've never felt. Like, like I said, I grew up on a station. I grew up with all brothers. But in that moment, it was just a fear like I've never felt before. And I don't know if it was, I've even questioned that for myself. Was it a fear of the fact that almost like your brain can't accept what you're seeing? It was like the unknown, totally the unknown. You're left just bewildered about what you're looking at.
About how long from when you first picked it up to when it walked off? How long was that?
I've thought about this a lot too. I don't know, because it seemed like ages. But I would say probably 5 to 7 minutes went past. Maybe it could have been longer. Definitely wasn't less. From the time that, I was doing probably around 70, 80 kilometres an hour when we first picked it up. 7, maybe even 10 minutes that the whole encounter happened. I can't recall how long it stood there facing us. I'll never forget when it turned. That's when I felt utter terror, because I thought, is this thing going to charge us? You think stupid things, like, can it move faster than light? Can it, all these things are going through your head, like, because you don't know what this thing is.
As you're looking at this thing, when it's face on, describe it from top to bottom in as much detail as you can remember.
It had beautiful fur. People talk about it being ratted and tatty, and like the story that you had put up. This one looked like it just had been washed and conditioned. Grey hair, probably about 6 to 8 inches long, silver grey. In the lights, it showed almost like a silver, but it was grey all over. Its cheeks, it had none on its cheeks, none on its forehead, but some sort of from underneath the bottom lip down. It swayed. When it turned, it sort of swayed there, thinned out from it. It's taken me many years to get the pictures of what the face and the creature was like that I saw, and in sketches. If I didn't see the glowing eyes, and I know what glowing eyes mean, I would have thought I saw a humanoid of some kind. Its features in its face were very human-like, although its nose was very flat on its face, very flat to its face. It had a nose. It had that dark grey sort of skin, very deep-set eyes. Now, I can't say what colour because they were glowing in the light. Very deep-set eyes, big lips. It never once opened its lips. I don't recall it even moving its hands. No neck at all. It had a round head, didn't have a conical head. Massively, hugely broad and thick. Its shoulder width would have had to have been, I reckon, at least 3 to 4 foot wide. It was massive. And its thickness from the front of the chest to its back, I think, would have been about 2 foot thick, and in that alone. Come down to a small and low waist, very long arms. I remember looking at its hands, and you could see its fingers and hands didn't have fur on them. The back of its hand did, but you could see its fingers. But I never saw its hands move, but they did hang below its waist. It sort of slumped over, like from the shoulders over, bent over slightly. I say it's male, but I really can't say that I saw any genitals to say that. But distinctly for me, the feeling was that it was male, and the feeling was that it was old. Had lots of wrinkles around its eyes, on its cheeks.
And could you estimate how tall you think this thing was?
I would say 7 foot. I say 6.5 to 7 foot, but I would think more. I've thought about it over the years, and I've gone back during the day to that place and measured against one of the big gum trees that was there. I would say it would have been at least 7 foot tall. The body build was that of somebody pumped up on steroids. Really massively broad shoulders down to a small, very low waist. The waist was down below where we would have it, but it's because its legs were short, stocky, muscles. You could see its muscles as it was moving. Like so many people say to you, "Oh, was it a man dressed up in a suit?" No, because you can see the muscles rippling as it walked. Yeah, so very muscly, very lean, in the way of there was no body fat that I could see on it. I looked down, I saw its feet as it walked, and its feet did bend. That's another thing. Its walk was one of the strangest things I think I've ever seen. It was almost like it glided. I don't know, I know that doesn't make sense. It walked really strangely. It walked in its first wave. As it walked its wave, and then it stopped and looked around at us. Look at us like, it truly was looking at us like, shut the fuck up. That's what it looked like it had on its face. And then it would walk, and she's screaming like a nut, and it'd stop and look back at us again. You know, but when it turned from the waist right around, look at us again, take another 2 steps, turn again, look at us again. But I almost want to say that it shook its head at some stage like, oh, you were an idiot. That's what it looked like. I don't say that it looked savage. I can never say that it looked like it was going to hurt her in any way. It just looked like we had disturbed it from doing something important.
The colour of the fur, could you go into that again? You said it was like a silvery grey?
Silver. It was in the lights it shined. It was probably a beautiful light grey, almost like a silver grey, and long. It was like, you know, you read people say it was a couple of centimetres. No, this was long. I reckon 6 to 8 inches long.
The same length all over the body?
The whole body. You know, another thing I can't remember, I don't remember having a fringe, but there was I can remember its forehead. It had a really massive brow ridge, like really huge brow ridge, almost like it had sunken eyes. And I remember its forehead didn't have, because that was where I could distinctly see the dark grey flesh. I don't remember its hair being on that, but I don't know whether the hair was flipped back. Even its cheeks were bare, but I could see the hair hanging from the side of its face.
You're giving the impression this thing seemed more human-like than anything.
It did, except its glowing eyes confuses me. I don't ever want to see one of them again. I just don't think I've ever felt such terror. They've never factored into my life. But the fascination now is that I truly think that that was no primate. That was no monkey of any kind or ape of any kind. It was more human. Features, its fingers in its feet, in its ways, its expressions. It was more human than it was animal.
You said the nose was broad?
Yeah. Broad, human-like nose, very, very broad. Its features were Neanderthal features. What you see and what people have drawn over the years. They were very much that very Neanderthal, big, broad nose, massive brow ridges. This thing had massive brow ridges, almost like its forehead come down and then pops out to these big brow ridges that shadowed over the eyes.
I think you mentioned in your report you started talking to Aboriginal people in the area about this?
That's what I guess I heard one of the old people one day talking about that they'd had an encounter with Hairy Man throwing rocks at them. And everyone was laughing, saying, you should know not to go. And I was like, hold it. And so I started asking them about Hairy Man. They're like, what do you know? You know, what do you know about Hairy Man? And I told them. They said, oh, that's keeper of the land. They told me about an area out in the Pilbara that they know not to go there. Everyone knows not to go there. And then I used to play it over and over in my head. I had dreams about it, nightmares. Then it's become a thing now that I needed to know. And then I needed to know if other people had seen what I've seen. So I went back to Exmouth and I put an advert out there. Wanted to know if anybody's seen anything strange in Exmouth, you know, in the years they lived there. I was really shocked at the response I got and how many other people had seen this creature there.